I actually have a story to tell about my first encounter with the Dalai Lama, His Holiness. It was in 1993. I was with a small group traveling to South India to study the stories of the textiles, ancient architecture and temples, and classical dance. And on the connecting flight, we had a delay and we were put up in what seemed like a condemned or abandoned hotel in Cochin International Airport in India. And our group was to meet in the lobby to be transported back to the airport at 4:30 in the morning. And at 4:30 in the morning, me and another woman in the group were the only two that showed up on time. And I was sitting in my silent judgment about that when a sea of saffron and gold swarmed the lobby. And in the center was His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. And even in the swift movement, His Holiness laid eyes on me. And his presence was a flash of light that pierced our hearts so deeply that it left me and my friend on our knees in silent tears, because there really weren't any words to describe this moment. And while it was only 1 second, maybe two, that we made eye contact, it felt like a lifetime. And for the next several days, I felt wobbly, a bit dazed and spongy. My senses were heightened. I felt tender, exposed, and porous, as if turned inside out. And it was as if the solidity of knowing was crumbling and dissolving inside. And I was no longer able or willing to hold up this form. And it all felt oddly connecting. I think I was experiencing a new intimacy with life, uh, and as I moved through southern India, it really felt quite glorious. A few years later, after becoming a Buddhist practitioner, I would learn that what I had experienced with His Holiness was what is referred to as the glance of mercy. When you are seen as worthy with such love and compassion that you undeniably believe it. And this made sense to me, this glance of mercy, a potent pause of love and acceptance that transformed my relationship to humanity in an instant. Now, he didn't have to know me or trust me before offering me a few seconds of his kind and wise heart. And no, this is how he moved through the world. This was who he was, who he is. And it left me knowing I belonged. And that knowing I can still connect with. And this was 30 years ago this year.